Hi everyone, today I'm doing a copper smoky eye tutorial and I have used a bunch of really pretty Makeup Geek eyeshadows for this look. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial and let's get started. I'm first going to do my eye makeup and I'm applying a primer. This is the Coastal Scents Eye Primer. Once I have blended that out completely, I'm going to use a stick eye crayon, basically an eyeshadow crayon. This one is from Stila and it's a really nice plummy brown color. If you don't have this particular one, you can just use any brown eyeliner for this step. What I've done is basically sort of darken that outer V of the lid and the outer half of the crease. And I've used a blending brush just to smudge out and blend out that eyeshadow. Next, I'm going to take the shade Cosmopolitan from Makeup Geek. This is a really pretty peachy gold eyeshadow and I'm applying this on the inner 1/3 of my eye. Next, I'm taking Purely Naked, also from Makeup Geek, basically a nude eyeshadow, and I'm using this in the crease line just to blend out that plummy eyeshadow crayon that we'd used in the crease earlier. For the lid, I'm using the foiled eyeshadow from Makeup Geek. This is the shade Flamethrower and it's a really vibrant orangey copper color. The foil eyeshadows are best applied with fingers and I'm just using my fingertip to apply that to the center part of my lid. And just going back in with my blending brush to soften the edges without really disturbing the foil eyeshadow too much. And to intensify the shadow in the crease line and the outer V, I have used another brown. This is the shade Cocoa Bear from Makeup Geek. It's an orange toned brown and I'm using this in the outer half of the crease and the outer V of the eye. Once again, taking that same eyeshadow crayon from Stila along the lower lash line. Now this sets pretty quickly, so to smudge it we have to work really quickly and use a pointed crease brush, or even your fingers can do the job just to smudge that crayon. And then I've used a little bit of the eyeshadow called Bitten, also from Makeup Geek. It's like a plummy brown color along the lower lash line. For the waterline, I'm applying black kajal. This is the Lakme Absolute Ultimate Kohl. And then I've used a pointed brush to smudge that kohl and just to intensify that smoky look along the lower lash line. I'm applying the same Lakme Absolute Ultimate Kajal along my upper lash line as well. And I'm going to smudge this out as well slightly for a smoky look. To highlight the brow bone, I've used the Mary Luminizer from The Balm. This is a really pretty shimmery champagne color and I'm going to use this later to highlight the inner corner of the eye and my cheekbones as well. Coming back to the face, I'm using a primer. This is the Color Bar Primer and this is a really nice primer if you want to create a really smooth surface on the skin. It's a silicone based primer. It's not very good at controlling oil, but it's really good to sort of blur out the pores and imperfections and just achieve that really smooth look on the skin. The foundation I'm using is the YSL Touche Éclat foundation and I use the shade B60. This is a really nice foundation if you want a really glowy look, and it's best for maybe combination to slightly dry skin. I still have a lot of dryness in my skin, so this works really well for me. It stays really long and the coverage is very natural, but it evens out the skin very well. For the under eyes, I'm using the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. The shade I have is Ginger. And I've used this under my eyes, along the bridge of my nose and around the mouth as well. just because I have a bit of pigmentation in those areas and I just want to create a flawless looking base. To blend the concealer, I have used the Color Bar eyeshadow brush, which works really well with cream products, especially concealer. To set the foundation and concealer, I'm using a pressed powder. This is the Lakme Absolute Face Stylist Compact and the shade I use is 02 Rose Fair. I'm using this to set the concealer as well as all along the T-zone where I tend to get a bit oily. And adding a few finishing touches to the eye makeup, I'm using the Mary Luminizer in the inner corners to highlight. And then I'm applying some mascara. This is the Color Bar Zoom and Whoosh Mascara. And I'm applying this to the top as well as the bottom lashes. For the brows, I'm using the Rimmel Eyebrow Pencil, just using it to fill in a few gaps that I have here and there. I'm also using a pair of false eyelashes. These are the number 82 lashes from Red Cherry. And I've got my lashes on. These add a nice fluttery wispy look to the lashes. Coming back to the face, I'm going to use the Bahama Mama bronzer from The Balm, and I'm using this to contour today. I'm going to apply this under my cheekbones and along my jawline. This is a really nice bronzer and it's not very warm. It's got almost like a slight greyish tone to it, which makes it really excellent to be used as a contouring powder as well. And because it's got a matte finish, you can use this to contour, as a bronzer, as an eyeshadow, and it just multitasks all of these things really well. For the cheeks, I am going to use MAC Melba blush. This is a dusty peach color and it really works very well with all kinds of warm toned looks. Whenever you've got something really dramatic on the eyes or the lips, you want a subtle blush, and this is just perfect for this look. Just applying this to the center part of my cheek. Blush is done. To highlight, next I am going to use the Mary Luminizer. Really pretty silky highlighter, adds instant glow to the face. Using it along the cheekbones. And just a tiny bit down the bridge of the nose and to highlight the Cupid's bow. This will just make my lips look a little bit fuller. For the lips, I'm going to use the Color Bar Soft Touch Lipstick in the shade Matina. It's a really pretty brick color, but it's a bit dark, so I'm just going to use it as a stain. I'm applying a little bit of it, just sort of dabbing it on the lips, and I'm just going to use my finger to pat the color on the lips and just build up a nice stain without a really heavy looking color. And that finishes the look. I'm just going to get rid of that hairband. A copper smoky eye with an understated brick lip. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and found this useful. This is a really nice look for a summer wedding, whether you're a bride or just a guest at the wedding. So if you try out this look, let me know how it turns out. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you all soon in my next video. Bye.